Okay, how about now? It says I've got sound. Alright, thanks, AC. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Rue went live at the same time. I didn't know she was. I didn't even get a notification that she was going live. You know, her notification or whatever it is, the reminder, until 2 minutes before she went live. I wouldn't have gone live at the same time. So, hope everybody's well that is here. I don't know if everybody here caught that amazingly crappy shit show this morning on PDF's channel, but yeah, that was quite interesting. I know AC and he and I were both watching it. Hey, Slow Burner. Hey, MJ. Silver Diamond. What's going on? Why are you not modded? Why am I not seeing my own chat? Ah, the joys of streaming. Trying to do this on 4 frickin' monitors and get all the programs running and set up right through OBS. And I did StreamYards just in case I chose to do a panel at some point. But, you know, is what it is. Let's see, hopefully this doesn't interfere with that. I just want the chat. Just in case I chose to... There we go. So, give me the chat. Where the hell is it? Okay. Pop out chat. Minimize that. And there we go. Haha, that's better. Now I can actually see. So, let's see. Silver Diamond, you should be a moderator. So, let's fix that. MJ, you should also be one. Why are you not? Yeah, it was freaking glorious, though. No, not ye. Not that I know of, anyways. I believe it was Billy Norwood that did it. I'm not exactly sure. I came in late on that one. I know some people were going back and forth, getting each other and having fun with it or whatever, but oh yeah, this earlier, not even like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, PDF was live. I don't know if he still is or not. I don't really care. He was doing this stream and he actually had mouse on, okay? Vera, what's up, Tony Vera? There's the man right there. Y'all don't support him, you better. Tony Vera is the shit. He's the OG beyond OG. Tony was First Amendment auditor before First Amendment auditing existed. Yeah, Tony right there was my inspiration to even start doing independent journalism. So, Andy looks just like Tony Todd. That just adds to it because Tony Todd is awesome. Yeah, Tony Vera, this is kind of a shit show, man. You know, this is going to be a bunch of crap that happened earlier in another stream, and someone that's going around spreading lies and misinformation. And, you know, the bottom line is PDF had a freaking child offender on his stream earlier, and whether he says it or not, he was defending him and trying to help him. Trying to give him information, trying to tell him how to get away with breaking the law, basically. You know, he was trying to convince Mouse to file charges on 303 for not doing anything wrong. It's like he completely forgets the whole part about the Second Amendment. Now, you know that little amendment that exists, no big deal. It just says, right to bear arms. No big deal. But of course, somebody was open carrying, 100% legal, not doing anything wrong. Not wielding his gun, not threatening with his gun, nothing. But here's PDF and Miss B and whoever else telling a child offender how to get away with faking trauma, mental trauma, because this guy was carrying a legal firearm legally, and he wanted Mouse to file charges on him and to act, go to the hospital and pretend he was in mental distress. How sad is that? So now you're not just wasting police officers' time, you're wasting court's time, you're wasting doctors' time. Hey, TOS. I'm sorry if I haven't said hi to you. Trying to get this out here. But this was just an absolute utter shit show. I mean, why would you be trying to help a child offender get away with filing false charges on somebody that was not doing anything wrong? He was out filming Mouse in public. That's why it's called public, people. It's public for a reason. I mean, it's not like 303 chased him onto his own, property or any of that crap. No, Mouse is sitting in a strip mall parking lot where teenagers frequent, just sitting there hanging out. So, of course, somebody with a camera who knows he's a child offender is going to watch him. I mean, seriously? PDF has been all about these predator catcher channels. He loves predator catchers, thinks they're a great idea. But when 303 is watching a predator, a convicted predator, he's in the wrong? Tell me that. Explain that to me. How is he in the wrong? Dude, don't give me that shit, AJM. PDF literally told him to fake it. He told him to fake it. He told him to play mental distress. He didn't say, if you're feeling distressed, go. No, he said, go to the hospital and act like you have mental distress. Some people are telling him to get in a fetal position and cry his eyes out and act like he was so distressed over it to create a paper trail. And on top of it, Asmar's right. On top of that, they're using frickin' somebody else's child in their name. Well, not they, PDF. He's using somebody's daughter in his name. Trying to dox her while he complains about people doxing other people. Explain that to me. On top of all this, here was the real kicker, okay? Now, I've made it very clear. I don't approve of porn bombing. I don't. I've told Asmar, I've told AC, I've told Andrew, I've told everybody. I don't approve of it. It's not my thing. I don't want no part of it. I've had to take measures on my own stream in case people try to do it just goofing around. But he sat there and tried to say porn bombing is the equivalent to child pornography, to revenge porn. Like, seriously, learn how to read the law. Nothing in the law about child pornography or revenge porn has anything to do with playing porn on a YouTube channel. Sure, it goes against YouTube terms of services, absolutely. Everybody knows that. But it's not against the law. You cannot tell people to file charges and try to go to federal police and all this bullcrap just because you don't like what they do. I don't know what your main account is, Navin. So, I didn't see any Navins on the block list that I looked at right before I came in here. What's up, hippie? But the bottom line is, you don't do that. That's literally illegal. You're telling somebody to file false charges. Read the terms of services. Read the laws. Okay, when you let somebody up on your panel, you are automatically giving them permission to display whatever it is they're displaying. It is up to you, the stream owner, to put something up to block them or not. That is up to you. When, StreamYards is not affiliated with YouTube. So when you connect your StreamYards to YouTube, now you're dealing with YouTube terms of services. The porn bomb doesn't happen on YouTube. It happens on StreamYards. People get that wrong all the time. That's where the porn actually appears. It's only transmitted to YouTube. Which is why YouTube no longer automatically nukes an account for it. They give you a little bit of time, a little buffer to take it off the screen. So, that's all fine and dandy. But it certainly is not child porn. It is not revenge porn. It has nothing to do with it. It is not illegal at all. It may end up falling under some law someday, because it is becoming a problem across YouTube. A lot of people know that. But as of this moment in time, it is not illegal. It may be immoral. Now, his big thing is, you cannot play porn where a child might see it. That is his way of qualifying it as illegal, okay? Think about this, people. I want you to think really hard on this. That is his reasoning for why it's illegal. A child might see it. Now tell me, how many of you in the chat know or are somebody that has children that also watches porn? You're telling me that now you need to be arrested because your child might find your porn in your underwear drawer? I don't know about y'all, but when I was 12, 13 years old, I was sneaking and watching porn. How many of you weren't? I mean, come on. Seriously? So according to his logic, every single parent in the country that has porn has to be arrested right now. No holds barred. Let's go. Get him arrested right now. Because a child might see it. That child might search their underwear drawer, might search under their bed, might search in the cubby in the closet. They might find that porn. So that means, they're illegal. PDF says so. How stupid is that? Seriously, people, how stupid is that? I mean, just because him and Miss Beast have some stupid aversion to porn, you don't have to like porn. That's fine. It doesn't do a damn thing for me now. I got a wife. I prefer the wife over the porn. But you know what? To each their own. I don't care if you like porn. I don't care what kind of porn you like. I really don't. Watch it all you want. But to them, now all of a sudden, it's like a cardinal sin. Oh my God, you got porn. And a child may somehow see it. No. TOS, he literally said, you could be streaming, you could porn bound somebody who's streaming, right? Now that person, their child may happen to walk in the room and see their computer screen at the moment the porn pops up on the screen. Seriously, that's what he said. Now, whose job is it to make sure that children do not inadvertently see something they shouldn't see? Seriously, whose job is it? Is it my job as a stream owner to make sure that your children may not see porn on my channel? My channel's, this is marked as not for children. My whole channel is, my entire channel, not for children. So it is not my fault if a child makes an account and says they are over 18. That is the fault of the parent, not me. You're right, Nabin. It also wasn't that long ago that PDF was bragging that he's porn bombed people, including himself. That he used his other accounts to porn bomb people. He's also doxed people. Come on. Talk about jumping back and forth. Holy shit. And here was the real kicker. Now, Raz, you're going to kick out of this. You've been around a long time. You'll see this. He was sitting there when he had Mouse on his stream this morning. Yes, he had a predator on his stream. But he actually had the nerve to sit there and say, Mouse, I'm the one that exposed you like 4 years ago. Don't you remember? Bullshit. PDF had absolutely nothing to do with exposing Mouse at all. Nothing. He was not there. He wasn't even there by association. He had nothing to do with it. You know who did? Monkey83 and Cybertron. They are the ones that originally exposed Mouse. They are the very first people to show Mouse's record. They actually FOIA'd it and showed it like 4.5 years ago, give or take. Maybe a little longer, actually. But PDF was not there. Had nothing to do with it at all. He didn't even have anything to do with it 2 years ago. He only came into the picture when he decided to defend Mouse in that video that he then swears he was only trying to set Mouse up. Of course, he's always saying that. He supported Tony until he didn't, and then he was just trying to set Tony up. He defended Wolverine until he didn't, and then he was just trying to set Wolverine up. It's always that way. Yeah, Desert Sentinel did an awesome job. Even Teresa Richards, who I do not like at all, she did a big role in exposing Mouse. You know, there was many people. I got into it right after Monkey and Cybertron showed me the record. Now, Mouse had shown me fake pictures of himself that did not match the file Monkey had. So at first, no, I didn't believe it was him. So I continued to defend Mouse. Until Mouse accidentally slipped and showed himself on camera. All of a sudden, that's not the picture he showed me. It was the face that matched the file that Monkey had. So all of a sudden, I felt like an asshole because I'm defending this child predator and didn't even know it. And I immediately told Mouse, don't ever, I was going to do everything I can to expose him. And ever since then, I have. Flathead played an instrumental role. He continues to. To this day, Flathead fights Mouse. To this day. Flathead moved out of the country. He actually flew back into the country to fight Mouse in court. But PDF wants to take credit for all of it. He says he did a video on Mouse 4 years ago. That's funny because nobody remembers this video. Nobody. Nobody saw it. Nobody knows anything about it. Nobody can find it. It magically disappeared. Just like that. Poof, gone. It's ridiculous. Hey, Pinder, what's up, brother? But yeah, he had absolutely zero to do with it. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you know what? Flathead fully admits he supported Mouse until he saw the records himself. He is the type of person that will not just believe what people say. He wants tangible proof. So yes, he did support Mouse. Yes, he did give Mouse money. He did help him a lot. The moment that he saw Mouse's record, because I remember it myself, the moment he saw Mouse's record for himself in his hand, he cut all assistance to Mouse. He completely wrote Mouse off. Disavowed him, told him he would do everything he can to burn him. A lot of people supported Mouse until they didn't. Mouse is very good at tricking people into doing that. He is. Wow, Ivor. That's now. See, Pinder has a wrench now, so you better be careful. Pinder's got carte blanche in my channel, so. Hey, Glenn, what's up, brother? No, Navin, it didn't. I talked to Flathead offline all the time. I was there during the whole fiasco. It literally took Flathead having the record in his hand, because that's the type of person he is. Flathead has gone through a lot of trauma in his own life. He's dealt with a lot of liars and a lot of shit. So he has his own way of dealing with him, and that's fine. It's his money, his choice. People could do whatever they want with their own money. The bottom line is once Flathead realized what was going on, he cut off all support. And it's not because he couldn't afford to keep supporting Mouse. Flathead is a very successful person. The man retired at like 36 or 38, whatever. He's very good. What's up, Bayou? Hey, Bayou, you were around a long freaking time, man. Where's Booty Wart? Y'all were around. Do any of y'all remember PDF being the one to expose Beware Mouse 4 years ago like he claims? It's such a crock of shit. I mean, AC will tell you, man, I was texting him while PDF was streaming. And I'm like, I can't believe this motherfucker. I cannot believe what this bitch is saying. That was some shit. Gonna try and take credit for everybody else's work. Like, seriously? Hey, Ellie. But it's like this, you know, if you've been around PDF long enough, you'll know. He used to sit there and he would say, man, I've done dozens of stories on these predators. Then all of a sudden it was, I've done hundreds of stories on these predators. Then all of a sudden, I've done like 1,000 stories on these predators. And then it's, I've done thousands of stories on these predators. Like, literally, every few months, it increases. You know what he does? He finds a story that somebody else did. And then he just records it on his phone with his phone's camera and says, I did a story. Now, if I went to, you know, Nabin's channel, if I went to Nabin Johnson's channel and I took my camera and I recorded a story that he did, and then I just upload that video to my channel, does that count as me doing the story, or is it still Nabin's story? Because in my eyes, it's still Nabin's story. Nabin has the right to it. He did the work. But PDF, as soon as he uploads it, doesn't matter that somebody else did all the work. He brought the story to you. He exposed the person. And over 80% of the ones he quote-unquote exposes, they're not even convictions. They're just arrests. This is America. Innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So 85+% of those stories are nothing but hearsay or just a news blurb of an arrest. That's it. Yep, Nabin did it. Nabin exposed Nixon, guys. We know the truth now. Raz, he's the one that got rid of Hoffa, I'm telling you. Yeah, Jamie, no shit, man. That stream earlier just got me, man. Poor AC, I was like text bombing him. I was so pissed off, man. Ask him. AC come back to his phone. He got like a dozen texts waiting for him. I was so pissed off. But I knew if I said anything in PDF's channel, he would ban me. Mr. Free Speech is banning people left and right. I did too. Only I spent about 2 years trying to fix it. That was my mistake. Finally, I gave up. I'm like, screw it. Pinder will tell you, man. I kept trying to fix it. I kept trying to convince everybody it could be fixed. I even thought for a short while PDF could be fixed. But he just wanted to use me to get viewers. That's all he wanted me for. Pinder kept telling me, Brian, you need to stop, man. No matter what you do, you can't change them. Pinder, he was right. He pushed and pushed, and I didn't listen. It's just insane. Yeah, I know, Pinder. Pinder kept doing streams, trying to bring people together, trying to get people that were fighting each other to talk. He tried too. He was just smart enough to stop sooner than I did. Oh yeah, Glenn, you've been doing a good job, man. Keep it up. You keep getting that Connie, man. Screw Connie. But this shit, man, this morning just got me, man. He's sitting there taking credit for all that shit, man. I was livid. Absolutely livid. I'm telling you, man. I literally, it was like, I don't know, it was like 8 o'clock my time, so like 7 o'clock AC's time. I'm texting him like, dude, are you watching this shit? Yeah, I guess I'll let some people on, but you try and point bomb me, and I'm gonna get PDF on you. I don't care if people say I'm taking away people's free speech or whatever. This is YouTube. There ain't no damn free speech in YouTube, so don't give me no shit. You start something, you're gone. I don't give a fuck. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to delete that. Damn it. I was just trying to get it off the screen. Yeah, and then he tried to pull that shit of, oh, well, if you're friends with somebody that does porn bombing, then you support porn bombing, so you must be a sex offender too. What kind of shit is that? You ever heard anything so stupid? Raz, I'm telling you, man, him and Miss B and them, they were supporting Mouse earlier, trying to help him try to break the law and shit. And then they tried to brush it off like, oh, we're not trying to help Mouse. We're just using Mouse to help others. Wolverine, don't try and claim no shit, man. People said it long before you did. You ran around threatening people's lives and shit, so don't give me that. Oh, I know, Cheeky. He was trying to blame AC for porn bombs that other people did. So was PDF. The link is there. Ain't nobody taking it, but it's there. See, I can't turn my camera on now because Jamie's here, man. He gonna find me too sexy. Oh, shit. Alright, you can turn yours off, Glenn. What's good?
How you doing, Miss Brian?
What's up, man?
Oh, nothing too much. How you been doing?
Alright. Man, I don't know if I trust Nathan Johnson up here. I'm gonna have to put a blocker up.
I think you can trust. I believe you can trust him.
Jamie just gave me some funny emoji. It was supposed to. It was supposed to confuse you, Jamie. Most people don't get to
Hello,
see.
neighbor.
Hey, Glenn, what's going on, buddy? Doing all right?
Yes, sir. How about yourself?
Oh, not bad. You enjoying the nice weather you got down there?
Oh, yeah. I ain't been catching you live, neighbor. When I do catch you, kind of late.
Oh, I don't go live. I don't go live. I've been live in a long time.
Yeah.
You ain't missing nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, you covered it, Brian. I think you pretty much covered everything I was thinking. But
Well,
I mean,
feel free to rant on it more, man. That shit pissed me off.
well, it is kind of fucked up. But Miss B and him are actually encouraging Mouse to commit fraud. That's all she talks about. Is you don't know. You gotta listen. You gotta listen. First thing you got to do is go to the hospital, make up some kind of injury. My neck hurts. My brain hurts. My mind. You know, make up all kind of psychological disorders and shit. That's fraud. That's fraud. You can't go up there and claim injuries you don't have. You know.
Exactly. That literally is medical fraud. It's legal fraud. You know, you're wasting doctors' time, police's time.
Patient's time, and it's free. It's free because you're the victim.
Yep.
Come on.
What you got about it, Asmar? You watch
Hello,
that shit?
ASMR.
What's going on, y'all? You know,
You're
for
going
a
to jail.
long time.
You're going to the jail,
Yeah.
Asmar.
I'm telling you, bro. I hear a lot of things,
Uh-uh.
and you know, a lot of I've known about the old dirt dauber.
But no,
Quite some
remember
time.
Miss B
And
said.
a lot of you, a lot of you have said for a long time about him supporting Mouse, and we knew it. And today, if it wasn't more crystal clear, and my phone has not blown up this much, like in a while. And a lot of heavy hitters been sitting back watching this, and the fact that he would go and dox AC's daughter, and then try to weaponize Mouse because he's got such a hate boner. He's so desperate. He's just shaking in his boots, all. Yeah.
How old is AC's daughter?
Yeah. She just turned 18 a couple of days ago.
Hello, AC.
What up, fellas?
That's fucked up.
Figure my
Man.
name came up quite a bit,
Isn't it?
so
Yeah.
thought I'd come up here and part of the
And
show.
look, we all disagree. We all jab at each other. We all, you know, have a go sometimes. But I think that's something we all agree on: is that children are innocent, deserve their innocence, and when you got people like this who, like you were saying, I done thousands of videos, y'all, thousands of videos. It's usually the ones that they themselves are the predators that try to act like they're the valiant ones, but then end up engaging in protective predator behavior exactly like he's doing this morning and has done over the past.
You got to be careful. Go easy on Porter Farmer. He's going to jail because he was on live stream today supporting a chomo. So I mean, according to him, you're just as guilty as the chomo. So Porter Farmer's going to jail. He's going to jail. It's in the books. In the light of the law, according to the letter of the law, Porter Farmer's going to jail. Because I read I posted right here. I'll post a link for you. It's right there in the link. You're going to jail.
You know, and I noticed that Mouse was telling 303 that, Colorado law says you can't do this and that. And it's the same as the federal law. Well, show the federal law, Mouse. Don't show Colorado law. You're not in fucking Colorado.
Mouse ain't right. Mouse's brain is fucked up, man. You guys know that, right? His brain ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
And you listen, he thinks I'm involved. He thinks I'm involved because Porter Farmer said, because Porter Farmer read the chat that one day that, not the grocery store, I wasn't there for the grocery store thing, but the other one, when I said, I'm not going to dox Mouse, but I'll tell you if it's the right location or not. I'll tell you if you're in the wrong spot. That's what I said. I'll tell you if you're in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Oh, Naven's in on it. Naven's in on it. Fucking Porter Farmer. God damn. He's just so stupid. And then he tells Mouse, and Mouse almost got Mouse to admit that Porter Farmer was the one that was just a couple weeks ago submitting information to Mouse. You know, lies.
Y'all been saying it. Y'all been saying it for years. And when I came in, when I first went on his panel, I had a lot of people reach out to me. Do you know who he is? Such. I said, oh, I know exactly who this cocksucker is. Watch this. And this whole time, you know, he said, oh, he never supported Mouse, never supported Mouse. And just a week ago, he was dropping his PayPal link. Now he's directly giving him instruction, trying to weaponize him, trying to get him in on things. They're aligned. He is such a hate boner. He'd align himself with a chomo. And a lot of heavy hitters are sitting there. They've been watching this shit since yesterday, and especially this morning. And so sit back next couple days. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, this morning was just...
Hey, I got a good question.
What's up, Glenn?
I don't know much about Beware Mouse, except what I've been hearing, like being like child predators and stuff like that. And the question is, how y'all found out about him?
Well, the nutshell, Glenn, is a little under 5 years ago, give or take. I don't know if you know Monkey 83 and Cybertron, but they're First Amendment auditors that have been around a long time. And they just happened to come across his name one day, Rex A. Fredrickson. And so they did a search. And sure enough, he popped up as a registered sex offender. And they showed his record, but a lot of us didn't believe it at first because Mouse gave us a different name and showed us a different picture than what was in the file. So, but Mouse slipped one day and he showed his face on camera, and it matched the face that was in the file Monkey 83 had. So that's how he got exposed initially, and Poor Dirt Farmer had fuck all to do with it. He wasn't nowhere to be seen.
Brian King, you said it right, dude. That's all he's done is set back. He wakes up in the morning, he lights a cigarette, coffee time, y'all. Ooh, I got a mud. I piss off people more than anybody. Ooh. And he goes and he'll look up a Chomo story. He's obsessed with Chomo stories and children. Like about a month or so ago, when I started, like, all right, motherfucker, go-ups are off. It's because they were bragging about having my son's Facebook. Well, the joke's on them. None of the kids are on Facebook. But it showed to me they're willing to go after children. These are people, this is Poor Dirt Farmer fundraises. Like, you remember when he and his old lady, Linda Enos, said that they put it on her Facebook and his Facebook and on the YouTube channel. YouTube channel responsible for finding the van in the Gabby Petito case. And they were fundraising off of that. Nathan, didn't you offer $1,000 if he could prove that he actually broke that story?
I'd offered him $1,000 for a lot of shit, man. I really have.
You know what I'm saying? And no punk.
I offered him $1,000 because we brought out the independent dash deal because AC kind of challenged him right on a live stream, and so we told AC about this guy, and I offered, and Porter Farmer said, "Oh, I did a story on him years ago. Independent, I exposed him. Oh, Sutton. Oh, yeah, I did." I said, "I'll give you $1,000 if you can produce that video or whatever showing, that he did that before October 2021, October 31st, I believe, right, Halloween. If he can produce a story before about that independent dash guy up there in Washington State." Oh, but then it wasn't even a bet. It was free money. Just produce it. You get the money.
I want to tell you, people, if you show me, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, they did the same, and now it's, since deleted YouTube video and deleted Facebook posts. But they were claiming to be, YouTube channel breaks the case and finds the van in the Gabby Petito case. Now it's gone.
Nutballs.
I mean, that's what they do. They literally, you hit it nail on the head as always, Brian King. He'll wake up, look up a Chomo story, take out his other phone, hold the phone up to the screen and say, "I broke a story, y'all. We're doing stories out here. Y'all support PDF research. Give me some money. I need to get a truck. I need this. I need my roof fixed, y'all. I'm tired of my friends having to, spend $750 to buy me a new phone out here, y'all." That's what he does.
But Glenn, to answer your question, yeah, he pled guilty to. I mean, the evidence was overwhelming. And everything else, got his own handwriting. Everything else, pled guilty to a sexual assault of a minor, and he was like in his 27 or 20. I don't know. He was in his mid to upper 20s. But the main thing is, Glenn, he is unrepentant, unremorseful, and almost to the point of anger that people are holding him to account for what he did, even though he admitted to it and pled guilty. And so that's the problem he has, in my mind, is that he blames the victim. He says he didn't do it, wasn't her. Then he turns around and he says, "Oh, it was her fault. She was a whore. She was this, that, and the other thing." And
No,
the poor girl's not even
today.
the poor girl's not even around,
string.
and she's not even around to defend herself anymore. And that's what pisses me off more than anything.
Did you need to shut up. Said today, Nathan?
No, I didn't see it.
Mouse says, "Well, what I did was over 20 years ago."
There you go.
No, when I first joined a lot of the communities like AC, SNL, and even on a lot of y'all, Drum Down, all y'all, which y'all showed the proof. Well, I kind of like that because y'all when y'all showed the proof, the receipt, see y'all let people decide, and on top of that, y'all ain't seen it making claims, not showing proof. That's what I don't like. No, since they make a claim, better show the proof. No, it will back up the claim you making. Well, a lot of y'all do that. Very few people don't do it.
That's right, Glenn. You got it. See, he called me a pedophile with no proof, just because I won't show my face. And then he turns around. He says he was in this troll community, and this guy's such a hypocrite. I was in this troll community, guys. Oh, those trolls are relentless, and man, they would go in there and meet in these rooms just to get a hold of somebody on the internet and get their face and find out where they live, and then get called Child Protective Services on them and call their jobs, get them fired. He said that's why you need to try to maintain anonymity on the internet, because man, they're ruthless out there. They'll fuck you up.
Says there on YouTube, as soon as you come on, says protect your identity. He used to say trolls have the truth. Now he's back to whack a troll because he outed himself.
Yeah, well,
he's got the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, just today was that was icing on the cake, man. Especially Miss B, that was killing me. Miss Law Expert or some bullshit. She kept saying, "AC, you're not even gonna go to state jail because it's gonna be 2 years or more. It's gonna run concurrent." I mean, I put my ears on and I tried to understand half of what she said and I couldn't.
She was saying, you're not even going to the state jail. You're gonna go to the state prison. You're not the state jail, but the state prison, and that's mandatory. Going to run consecutive. They're gonna stack it. They ain't gonna run concurrent.
So we about to lose AC for like 40 years, y'all.
Yeah, and Asmar, he's gone. He's done.
Yeah, that's it. You're done, Asmar.
Yo, yeah, I'm shaking in my boots, yo.
Should I start repenting now?
Yeah, what you got to say, AC?
To everyone that I've hurt their feelings, to everyone's feelings, I apologize for making you cry. I apologize for all the tears that were shed while you looked at funny videos of people getting porn bombed. I have to say, I mean, this is a trying time, guys. Trying time.
Well, that might keep you off of the death sentence.
Thank you.
You're still going to do.
I'm going to head jump down.
All right, Glenn. Take care, buddy.
I'll be in chat.
Rock on, brother.
AC, that was a great heartfelt apology, and that might have saved your life. But you're still going to get life without parole. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I think. Hey, I'll tell you what, bro. I'll make sure that this that is included in your deposition.
I appreciate that. I really.
We got your commissary, bud. We got your commissary. You're like 3 toes.
Yeah, we'll put you some money in your books. So, for those of you guys that don't know, yesterday, Geek and PDF and Co. and Clan, whatever, they doxed AC's work, did calls to action to call his work still today, especially today.
He said that
And
today. Didn't he
doxed,
say that today?
yep.
He was going to
He
call
said
their
it
jobs.
today.
He said he was going to call
Mhm.
their. He said he was going to call their jobs, right?
No.
Yep.
Hold on.
No,
Here's
he
the
said that.
best part of this. Okay, I paused when he said all that. I paused it, walked over to my boss's desk, and I said, "I want you to hear this." He claimed that PDF claimed that he was going to have me fired. He swears to it. It's happening. It's a done deal. My bad. Oh my god.
You're done, bro.
Oh, I'm
PDF
done.
has
I'm
got you in
telling
his
you what.
sights,
I'm
man.
done.
Ain't nobody can piss people off like PDF, huh? Well, the worst part about it is they doxed your daughter yesterday, and then he put her name in the title of his stream and brought Beware Mouse up, and you
Are
have
you
looked it
fucking
up, and you
serious?
summed it up with him.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
that Matt. While Mouse sat on that panel, AC's daughter's name is in that title. Let that sink in. And I got a lot of calls,
Wait.
and a lot
It
of it.
it wasn't just his title, dude. He had Mouse eared AC's daughter's name in his name on StreamYards.
Nonstop.
You got to be
Nonstop.
kidding me.
Well, a lot of
Nope.
the OGs, a lot of the heavy hitters on the scam baiting communities, on the A1, on the 1A, across the board now have seen this. Today was, if it wasn't obvious for anybody, it is now. And so he's fucked. I wouldn't be, we live in kind of a wild, wild west on the internet. I was thinking about this. We used to have posses back in the day before, we ceded our some of our rights over to the tyrants in charge currently. But this is kind of a no man's land. And you got people like Porter Farmer and Rex A. Frederickson, Beware Mouse, talking about going after people's jobs, going after weaponizing the law, but most notably going after their children. I mean, AC, your daughter, the same daughter's name that's in that title, her car got torched not but a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Jesus. And all that. That's kind of fucked up. And plus, he just
So
can't read. He
yeah,
thinks, he sits there and he thinks that, okay, an internet spat and someone porn bombs someone, he thinks that's like revenge. That's not with the revenge. That's not the spirit of the revenge porn clause. That has to do with the person depicted in the porn, like your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, or someone you want to get something on, and you use celebrities. You get that's what the revenge porn clause is about. It's about the person depicted in the material.
Right.
He thinks it's I can't stand Porter Farmer can't, and they're trying to revenge and putting some random porn star or whatever porn video up. That's not revenge porn, PDF. You got to learn how to read, motherfucker. You got to learn how to read past the colons and the semicolons and the commas. All that shit ends in orders. All that shit means some shit. He just stops reading. Oh, it's just there. It is same thing as child porn because a kid might happen to see it.
Yeah, that's my thing. He sits there and
What's the most?
a
What's it?
child might see the porn somehow, some way, which really that's their parents' responsibility. But okay, I agree, children shouldn't see it, but
What,
if
what are
a
the first
child,
two?
what?
What are the two main elements for probable cause for a crime? One is that a crime actually was committed, and two is what? Intent.
Right,
I mean,
but
you can say mens rea, but it's actually the intent, you know. And so he thinks that the intention of somebody porn bomb, which I can't stand anyway. I think I hate that porn bomb and shit. I really do hate it. But it doesn't rise to the level of child porn and being on a sex offender registry list. And I'm sorry, it's just how it is. On the off chance that you may think that maybe possibly somebody might see
Hey,
it.
Veritas.
Now,
you better
if he were
mute that
to
mic.
if he were to go on to let's say a because of the COVID thing, a lot of schools do PTA meetings online, and the kids are present, right? And that going into that, and he busted into that Zoom meeting and porn bomb. Okay, I could say, well, yeah, all right. For a fact there are kids there because you can see them. And you know that a lot of kids are watching because it's the students, and I could see that his case would probably hold water at that point. You know. because you know for a fact that you're the recipient of this material is kids, because you see them right there. But if he thinks these goofballs run around, Tonic and those guys jump out of Yeet's panel and porn bomb him, I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at it because I don't, but it's just funny because they get so butthurt about it,
Yeah,
I'm back.
My biggest thing though is if it's a child porn crime simply because a child may see it, then doesn't that mean every parent in the country with porn in their underwear drawer should also be arrested? Because
Could
they
be,
may
yeah.
see it. They might find it and see it. I mean, to me, it's the same as what he said. They may see it on their phone or whatever, so it's the same as a child sex crime.
Well, what he's doing is he's trying to use the same thing that I said to PHB when she whipped her tit out on Polly Crispy's panel. That's what he's doing. He's just taking PHB's torch, carrying her water, and yes, every channel owner has a duty. That's why we put a parental advisory sticker up at the top right. Okay, our channels are 18 plus. You got to log in. I mean, we've done our due diligence on things, right?
So,
And every
so
channel
according to
owner
Porter
should.
Farmer, page B should be on the sex offender registry list for life.
Exactly. Exactly.
What is he about, Ted?
Let's talk about something interesting. Yeah, and that's the problem. I mean, and like I said, we all disagree on the little shit, and we always will. There's no love loss, right? For most of us. Most of us are reasonable people. We are people that can be reasoned with, right? And it's the people that keep an open line of communication and are willing to take in other people's perspectives, opinions, and the like. That's the difference. But we should all be able to agree children deserve their innocence. And for him to bring poor Beware Mouse up there, I'm surprised Shiva went up there. I was like, Shiva, what are you doing up there, bro? Like, now, that's
wait, went up where?
Right then and there.
Shiva went on.
Shiva went up there on PDFs and mouses.
How did PDF let him up there?
Dude, right now PDF's willing to take any help he can get. He can weaponize and try to turn. I talked to Shiva about this, and I didn't get on to him because I don't do this like, hey man, guilt by association, sit on a panel thing. But that moment in time is probably not a good time to go trying to go troll Mouse. I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit.
I can't say anything. I troll Mouse any chance I get. I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give Shiva the benefit of the doubt that he just saw Mouse up and saw an opportunity. But the fact that they're doxing the fuck out of AC's daughter. She just turned 18 a couple of days ago. Her car got torched, and they're trying to get Mouse involved to go after AC. AC's working AC's daughter.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool.
The whole 303 TRO thing, that's hilarious. That's hilarious because I mean, if you and I'm gonna leave that one to 303 because he and Bird, they do their thing, we do ours, right? We may cross paths from time to time, and we don't. I don't condone every fucking thing they do, right? Some people, like I said, dude, they tried to troll Bird's wife into a fucking miscarriage. I don't blame them scalping everything that moves. I can empathize with that. I'd probably do the same shit.
That's a bullshit story. That's a bullshit story.
I'm just saying that's what he says. That's his claim, and I'm, I just give him kind of leeway.
We've seen that scheme many times. Joe Wolf, doing a whole miscarriage thing. But anyway, look, I gotta bounce. Lunch break's over. Y'all take care. I'll listen in though. Take care.
All right, man. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Before we continue with anything else, I just informed in the chat, Tiffany Epiphany's channel got nuked. So she's in here on her secondary channel. If everybody could please sub to her.
Yeah.
Show your support. Spread the link on your own community pages, please. Do everything you can to help her get her channel built back up. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for that,
She'll
Glenn.
get it back. Yeah, but there was a lot of channels that got taken down today.
Yeah, it's another purge.
Some people say it's a glitch. Yep, some people say it's a glitch. They say it's a purge.
No, YouTube does it at least every 3 to 4 months. I've had times where, like, every 3 months, I'd lose 100 subs. It was like clockwork. You know, they kill dead accounts. They get rid of flagged accounts. You know,
Well, what happened with Elon Musk going down the road of buying Twitter showed a light on how many bots there are on these platforms, because when you buy advertising, it's sold at a rate based upon how many quote unquote users and the target demographic. So Google has a acronym called SUMA. It's same user, multiple accounts. That's why
Right.
they make it so easy to just make another channel, because they're selling ads, they're making money, but investors now are starting to take note, because the cat's out of the bag. Elon had to give it to him. He sure shed a light on it. But I mean, dude, I've seen PDFs, get giddy, hanging out with mouse and running interference forms. But this morning, dude, that's just insane, man. It's got such a hate boner, willing to go after children. I mean, like I said, dude, that's the first thing they did. When I started getting word, they were bragging and rumbling about, oh, we got ASMR son's Facebook. I said, oh, these cocksuckers go for kids. All right, fucking
Hello.
you got my attention now.
What's up, Jamie?
What's up, fuck off? Hey, Jamie, what'd they do to people in the pen that came in there that would weaponize chomos and go after kids and shit like that?
That's a green light all day.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Even
today,
in county jail, that's a green light.
I could
Wherever
tell you
you are,
exactly what
wherever you go.
happens. I could tell you what happens in county because I watched it.
Arms and doors.
Jamie,
Yeah.
Jamie just said the key word. I've heard today from a lot of heavy hitters, OGs across the board in different communities, that PDF just got greenlit today.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I always tell you guys, I don't know how the fuck he's doing this shit online, talking about he's fucking like with the Aryans and shit and with the white supremacists, and yet he's a half breed. How the fuck does that work?
No,
what
that's-
fucked up reality do you live in?
You got it mixed up. That's Rick Crude. That's not PDF.
Yeah, it's Rick Crude. We're talking about
Rick
Farmer
Crude
right now. Yeah, well, Rick Crude's another one.
Anybody can post their links in the chat. Just so you know, Glenn, go for it, man. Post your links, your PayPals, everything. Go for it.
So what did dude get greenlit for?
Well, he doxed AC's work and daughter yesterday, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah, well, this morning, he put AC's daughter's name in the title of the stream, made another call to action to call AC's work to, quote, get him fired, and brought on Brexay Fredrickson, a.k.a. Beware Mouse, to assist him in going after certain people, and had AC's daughter's name in his mouth left and right. That's okay.
That was a stupid fucking move.
It was a stupid fucking move. It's an act of desperation, stupidity, probably a mixture of all of them. And he has co-signed. He's been saying this for the past week or so now, that he's going to help Mouse. He's helping Mouse. He's been dropping Mouse's PayPal links. He's talking about helping him with his case. He's going to help him go after 303. You're fucked 303. Y'all are going to jail. I done thousands of videos, y'all. Give me some money. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah, and you missed it earlier, Jamie, man. They were PDF and Miss B and others were literally telling Mouse how to get away with falsifying charges against 303 for mental distress and stalking and all this other shit. They helped Ochomo try to get 303 arrested.
That's fucked up. This is These motherfuckers are gonna end up getting in too deep, and they're gonna be like, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Well, look, here's the thing. We get a lot of people that drop shit in our lap, right? Always have, always will. Somebody getting a call.
Yeah, hold on. Hello?
And so when people send shit, we have to verify who sent it. Is the source truthful? And that's a task in itself. But did they add contact info? Can we follow up on it? enforcement? Can it be corroborated, etc., etc.? Well, man, I had a few people, trustworthy people, that's been in the know, been like solid, and they made a good point. They said, and even Mouse said yesterday, I believe it was, that poor Dirk Plummer is a federal witness. Then I
Yeah, I
got a
wouldn't doubt
message
that.
and said, yeah, and then I got a message that said when the feds seized the Chomo house in Mayo, Florida, they gave it to poor Dirk Plummer and Linda.
What?
I mean, take it for what it is. Like I say, anything I say, I'll try to predicate it with things that are hearsay and conjecture, whatever. Do your own due diligence, etc., etc. Shouldn't have to fucking put that disclaimer behind every fucking word I say. But some people seem
Yeah.
to, oh, you're a liar, you're lying. No, motherfucker. Look, it is what it is, right? It's called a
Right.
discussion, right? Or we're debating something, or we're just, talking about it. But yeah, when you have people, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me. To me, it makes total fucking sense. Why would he sit back feeling so emboldened to grow $400,000 worth of weed in that house? They had trucks, dude. They had more truck porn on their Facebooks. They were bragging about these trucks they had, all the toy haulers, all the cars they were towing and shit. Were they taking it somewhere? Was it being chopped up? I don't know. But when you got people who, well, yeah, I don't know why you got timed out, Bertha. I'll look in a second. And thanks. I don't have any tattoos, but thank you. And my name's not Derek. But when you have people,
Still with that, man. His
yeah, I
name
know,
is
right?
Bob.
And I know, right? And oh
Dude.
fuck, why you dox me, bro? But see, and the funny thing is, they're so. I've always seen it's usually the ones that react most viscerally when it comes to the Chomo thing. Are they themselves probably got some behind? Mom used to always teach us growing up: liars accuse others of lying, thieves accuse others of stealing, etc., etc. Right?
Yep. Projection.
It is an indicator of intent. It is a signal of intent. And like in the law, like in health, we deal in likelihoods, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell people, I'm going to tell people what to think and how to make up their mind. Just look at the actions, think for yourself, question authority. Why do they hate the cops so bad? I mean, Brian, you had that interchange with Eric Brandt that blew my fucking mind, bro. Like, he tried to get in your ass for going after Mouse. Why are you going after him? He served his time. That was 20 years ago, etc., etc., etc.
And that
I
was
keep
a
hearing 20 years
fraction.
ago.
That was a
Yes, you said that
fraction
was
of
a
it.
small, yeah, and I even heard people try to defend Eric Brandt by saying that was all a LARP. It was all a troll. Why would you troll and even joke about protecting somebody that is on a lifetime offender registry? We have a lifetime offender registry for a reason. It's not a 20-year registry. It's not a 50-year or 100-year registry. It's lifetime. And so you can't get mad when people find out about you being on a list like that and are going to talk about it or may even give you shit. See, 303 couldn't have flushed Mouse out better if he'd have called him and said, "Hey, fuck you, come get some." I mean, all it took was like 303 literally called me up. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to go live with me?" And a lot of people ask me, like, "Hey, you want to?" People like, "Man, you're on panels all the time. You talk a lot." People ask me to come on and help produce the shit, push buttons, help them with logistical things like that, right? It's fine. He's like, "Yeah, man, you want to go live with me? Check this shit out." I didn't even know what he was doing until he went live. He was walking down the street. He goes, "Here I am. Here's the Beehive House."
That
And
was
he's
a
just
great
standing there
fucking stream.
recording. And the owner came out and he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, Rex ain't here. And yeah, he doesn't live here. I don't know anything about this. He squatted on my property. That's all that happened." Come find out, Rex walked
I'm
right
walking
up
up.
behind 303. Rex walked up on 303 and initiated contact, didn't he?
Well,
He
see, that's
did.
the one
And he
thing that I.
verified, well, real quick, he verified that he does have the Beehive business as the registered address to receive legal correspondence.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing though that I agreed with what was said on PDFs earlier. Citizen Z said, if you're so afraid, why would you go walking up to somebody with a gun 4 times in the same encounter if you are really so afraid? Which is what Mouse did. He kept walking back up to 303. But then that's when PDF said, and Miss B said, well, you need to go to the hospital and tell them that he had his hand on his gun and was stalking you down the street the whole time. Now, I don't know all the laws of gun control, especially in Colorado. I'm not a gun expert, none of that. But I would imagine you're allowed to touch your gun as long as you like don't unholster it or anything. Not that he did. I'm just saying I don't know if that's even relevant. But
well, they're desperate for anything. Did you saw Mouse challenge 303 to a knife fight under the bridge after that, right?
No, I actually missed that.
Oh yeah. He's fucked. They're fucked. They're all fucked. And Snark and Sass, I would love to see you try to defend how PDF and Yeet and the rest of them doxed AC's work, made calls to action to call and try to get him fired, and doxed his daughter's name while having and had Beware Mouse up on the panel with his daughter's name in the mouth.
Yeah, that I had to ask AC because I didn't even know what his daughter's name was. So I sent him a text and I'm like, "Is that your daughter's name or your kid's name?" And he told me later, "Yeah, that was." And that just made my stomach turn even more. Cuz that's just I mean, I could picture Mouse stooping that low, but PDF stooped that low?
Well, are you surprised, Brian? I mean, honestly,
Oh, come on, AC.
5 years you've been dealing with this.
That's messed up, bro.
My bad.
That looked good as hell.
But here's the thing. Yeet was screaming last night, "Oh, they doxed my kid." There is no pic. I never posted a picture of his kid. Oh, they were under the blanket. Oh, I could say my kid was underneath the car. I could say my kid was underneath the fucking place of business. Yeah, I could say they were under a lot of places. Doesn't mean it's true.
I didn't even
AC, you gonna eat your cornbread?
Well, Bertha's got your back. Let me tell you something. A lot of other people have been dealing with this kind of shit a lot longer than I've been around. So it ain't my fault. You can't look. All the people say I haven't been around. Well, it ain't my fault then, is it? And a lot of people have been saying the same shit about Mouse, about Poor Dirt Farmer, etc., etc. Now it's crystal fucking clear. Today they've been greenlit by their own behavior, their own actions. So I'd love, Bertha, for you to go and try to defend justifying contacting somebody's work, trying to get them fired, but doxing their child. Bertha, are you okay with that type of behavior? Is that what you're doing? Is that why you're here? I mean, I don't start shit all the time. Now I make. Are you eating, bro? Your mic's open, AC.
Sorry.
You didn't see that plate of food he had, man?
I'm telling you, I missed it.
Dude, he's got a pile.
Hell yeah, man. His boss is like fucking hooking him up past couple of days. He's doing such a good job. Thanks for the free advertising, by the way. But yeah, that's the sad shit about it is you got all of the, and they call everybody else bootlickers, but yet they want to weaponize the law when it's in their favor. They'll call the cops. Look at PDF crying for the cop. Get Bill Henderson off of me. Help. He's going to get me, y'all. That dumb idiot thought that we had Bill Henderson on panel. No. One day I called around the town of Mayo, leaving my phone number, and this is after they doxed that poor innocent dude down in Phoenix as if it was me, and tried to pull the same shit. Call his work, get him. And I said, oh, okay, it's like that. And when they said, when I got some phone calls and said, dude, they're bragging about having your son's Facebook. You better check, better be careful. And I said, well, My kids don't have Facebook. But that's when I was like, all right, they want to go after children? Fucking game on. I said, I want to hear what Bill Henderson had to say about this whole situation. So I called around to the businesses in Mayo, Florida. I left my phone number at the cafe. I called a bunch at the gas station. The thing. Everybody knows about the poor dirt farmer now. They know about him and Linda and their shenanigans living in the Chomo house in Mayo. They had a lot to say. I got a lot of interviews. I got, like I said, I think 12 interviews with each and every fucking business in Mayo. It was only after they started to come after my 15-year-old. Now I don't even have a 15-year-old. I don't know where to get that from. But nonetheless, they want to think they're going to come after my kid. I said, all right, I want to hear what Bill Henderson has to say. A lot of other people do too. And boy, he called me back. I said, God, get an interview with you. Awesome. Let's hear your perspective of it. I just, and he tried to say that we're supporting Bill Henderson by doing an interview with him. So every reporter, right? Wait a second, PDF. By that logic, you doing these Chomo stories and interviewing, you interviewed a Chomo today on your panel again. Does that make you a Chomo? You're a Chomo supporter now, literally.
Yeah, I mean, he says if you hang out with in any way somebody that porn bombs, that you also support porn bombing, and therefore you're a sexual deviant and all this other bullshit. So you got a Chomo on your damn panel, so you're a Chomo supporter. What's worse, a Chomo supporter or a porn bomb supporter?
Right.
I mean, that's such a crock of shit.
Now look at this. Now, Bertha, when a family member contacts me, that's a different story now, isn't it? And as far as corrosive commentary is concerned, I was just joking with him. I know he's going through a divorce and everything, but there's a song called Your Man Is Gay, and I made a joke. I said, yeah, man, I called your wife and sent her this song. And boy, he got so upset. And I said, dude, I was just joking. So, let's see here. Got a good question. I'm not going to mention the name. They have a question. PDF said today he's buying his wife a car. I don't think it's his wife, it's his roommate, and paying $13,000 cash for it. How does PDF have $13,000 cash without a job? Is it stolen donos meant for other people?
I wondered the same shit because he constantly talks about, oh man, I'm retired. I only take jobs when I want to, and I don't have to work, and blah blah blah. I ain't rich, but I don't have to work. And then he shows a picture of this car, and I mean, I'm not a fan of new cars, so I don't know exactly what make and model was. I'm an old school guy, but it looked like a very expensive car. And somebody said 13, 14 grand for it. Where the hell does a broke down AC tech get that much money?
Well, he's not an AC tech. He's a painter, from what I understand.
Well, he always said he was an air conditioning tech.
And yeah, they do that as a LARP. You heard DC Accuracy the other day when he said that he admitted to bashing a guy's face in with a crowbar, right?
No, I didn't hear.
Oh, yeah. He said, look, it's a 2017 Toyota Corolla. Yeah, he admitted on the panel that he can look his record up and he ain't got no problem bashing somebody's face in with a crowbar.
Hey, I'm going to pop up here real quick. I've been listening. I've been working listening, but I want to clear that up or kind of explain that a little bit. So, the 15,000. Oh, actually, it was more than that. I was like 25,000. 25,000 was some kind of an inheritance type gift to Mrs. Porter Farmer. And if you remember, a while back, Porter Farmer was bitching and pissing and moaning about the SSI system. Says, "God damn, they got it to where you can't have any money. You can't have more than $2,000, $3,000 in assets." And so he's trying to get rid of it. He's saying for a friend of his, he was helping a friend get rid of some money that they came into, and it dawned on me that it was her, and because he slipped up, and
That's
It
good.
is her. So that $25,000 he doesn't want SSI, Social Security, to know about. So he's trying to get rid of it. So $15,000 is going to go to a car for him via her. And it goes to show that he talks all this shit about, I work for my money and I live and make a living. Well, the household is on SSI. And that money was for the household, so, and then he's going to get a car out of it. That's where that money is. That's why he's trying to get rid of that money a while back. And so 15,000 is going to go to her car, and then something with the other money, but they couldn't. He had a problem with the system, the federal government, because they couldn't put it into her bank account because she couldn't show any kind of assets. So he figured a way to sneak around it, and that's where the money came from.
Sneaky little fuck.
Yep. So she can keep the SSI money. So she can keep. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on SSI too, because he'd been bitching and pissing and moaning about every part of his body hurts. My fucking shoulder hurts. My toe hurts. My fucking ears. All this shit. And
Well, you know why
he goes out and works
right?
for cash. Goes out and works for cash. So I think it's an SSI fraud, and it's based on what I've been hearing, not just some, just what I've been hearing from him.
Hey,
anyway, that's it.
You should have heard the gas station they go to, right?
Yeah.
I talked to the gas station they frequent, and they were telling me about the chore boys and the glass dicks they keep buying. Has to keep sending her in to go buy them because he got the trespasses, y'all. He's got thousands of videos. Send him some money, y'all. Y'all support PDF research, y'all.
Is that the Jiffy Stop or whatever? Fucking Jiffy Stop or
Food Mart or whatever. There's a couple of them now because they mix it up. And let me tell you something. That cafe in Mayo, boy, do they have some stories. That was my favorite interview. You're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love it. They treat Bill Henderson like a fucking hero in that town. They call him the governor for a reason.
What's called the Hawk's Nest? The Hawk's Nest or some shit like that. I call it the Wasp Nest because he walked in. Yeah, he walked into a fucking wasp nest when am I trespassed from here? He says his story is, I just wanted to see if they were open and get a cup of coffee. But that ain't how he approached that man. Mm-hmm. He approached him like snotty and shit. Dude, like, hey, am I trespassed from here too? And all that shit. The guy said, get the fuck out of here.
No, Nathan, you and Brian been keeping an eye on dealing with this shit out of him. He basically was pulling a polyautist type, USC code. You offer services to the public. You can't trespass me. Yeah. Fuck the cops. Fuck the police. Fuck you. I've got freedom of speech here. You can't do anything, etc., right? And then he gets trespassed. Then he's got another video, and then he can do the rope-a-dope. I got hundreds of videos, y'all. I got thousands of videos, y'all. There ain't nobody out here doing what I'm doing. Rinse, repeat. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, I'm clear that up because all these auditors, including PDF, and everybody else, got it all fucked up. I'm cleared up right now. Private
he's on
business.
Record now.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to get this out. The private business can trespass anybody for whatever reason they want to, whether they've been there or not, as long as it's not based on a protected class of citizens and such things as discrimination on civil rights discrimination like race, religion, politics, things. It's limited. Those are the only reasons you cannot ban someone for those reasons. If they don't like the way that motherfucker looks, they can ban his ass. They don't have to tell him. They can just send it out, and because they are a private business. When they open their doors and put a parking lot, it's an invitation for commerce, and you have an implied invitation to come on that property. It can be revoked at any moment for whatever reason, as long as it's not a civil rights discrimination.
Yeah, but see,
so all these people that say you got to tell me first, all this shit. I mean, Porter Farmer was banned from places he'd never been and will never go. But here's the analogy. Like some towns have town drunks, like the town drunk, small towns got the town drunk. Mm-hmm. Well, a bar will know that this town drunk goes to this one bar across town and causes problems. This bar on the other side will say, I don't even want to even let that even start here, so I'm gonna ban him. Mm-hmm. And he has every right to do it. Every right to do it. As your open invitation has been revoked. It's the same thing as no shoes, no shirt, no service. You don't get to go, fuck you, I'm coming in, my barefoot, fuck all that. No, fuck no.
Yeah, but see, I've been saying that for a very, very long time, and even Southside Slacker in the chat here can attest to that. I mean, there's been auditors that have been getting that wrong for almost as long as auditing has existed on YouTube.
Right.
And Slacker just made a very good point. Not all auditors don't understand, but yes, you're right. Most don't. They like
Yeah,
to
but most
guess.
don't.
Well, it's back in the forefront because that's the whole thing with Mouse getting trespassed from King Super. Let me tell you something. He has a history with that store. All
Yeah,
right.
you
Well,
didn't even
yeah,
have to have a
He has a
history.
history.
Didn't the
Yeah.
manager
No,
say
he
they
has a
knew
history.
him?
They know him because his fucking roommate Tommy works there.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, they know him.
kidnapper?
And
Okay,
yeah.
he used to live right down the street. He used to live in a shed next to that beehive, that honeybee place, in a shed next to it. He'd walk. That's where he walked. He worked at the McDonald's. He walked down there. Well, I'm sorry, the Burger King, and then he fucked that up and got fired. But before he got fired, he went and fucked to McDonald's. They wouldn't let him bring him in. They wouldn't let him go in because he had a cat on his shoulder. And then like, you can't come in with the cat on his shoulder in McDonald's.
I
And he said, well,
remember that.
that's my emotional support animal. And they're like, well, I'm sorry, it's not listed under McDonald's policy as a recognized emotional support, that kind of,
He used to
and
try and
so
go everywhere with that damn cat.
yeah, well, he pissed them off, and he pissed them off at McDonald's. Then he lost a job at Burger King. He said, well, fuck, I don't have a job anymore. He went down to McDonald's and tried to apply there, and they're like, get the fuck out. You're that fucker with the cat. Get the fuck out of here, But that was all in that same area right there by that bridge where that honeybee place was. That's where Mouse lived for about a year and a half back in 2018, 2019. And then he would just go walking places, and he'd see somebody with a house and a shed, like a barn out, and he would just talk, hey, what you doing with that barn? That's what he would do. And the guy's like, well, I don't know, it's my fucking barn. What do you mean? Fuck it. So, hey man, I could live in there, and I could do some work around your place, and you put me in that barn. That's what he would do. And he'd worm his way into some fucking barn shed thing, and then he'd wear out his welcome, and then he did that at that lady's house with the fucking RV out front to the code enforcement told him to get his shit out and all that stuff. That was a big battle. That's what he
Alright,
does.
guys, I gotta jump down real quick. I'll be listening though. I fucking woke up sicker than shit this morning, so trying to
Oh
get some
shit,
rest.
bro. Get feeling better.
All right,
Yeah,
fuck
it's
off. Fuck
fucking
off. Fuck off.
sinuses.
All right,
Later,
man.
guys.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, there's one thing I do want to clear up because What's Truth just reminded me with what he said. There's no fucking gang. It's just a little fun thing online.
It's a LARP. It's a LARP. It's
Holy
a fucking LARP.
shit.
It started as a joke. See, and they're saying like, oh, they're throwing gang signs.
And we have
ooh.
colors.
And
He
yeah,
said we
yeah,
have
we've
colors.
got colors too.
What color
Yeah.
are we?
Well, I mean, yeah, what color is it? I don't know. I don't even know.
What color, AC? You're the leader.
It's part of a shtick. See, and it started. I told for Life one day. I was like, "Man, it's rough out here on these internet streets." And he goes, "Yeah, these YouTube streets." I said, "Yeah, YouTube streets, hell yeah!" And we've been saying it ever since. And so we talk about the South Side because AC's in Houston, and that's a big part of Houston culture. Is the song by Lil Kiki, South Side.
Right.
So it's like South Side. Gang worldwide, and it just kind of stuck, and we just kind of run with it. But dude, have you ever seen PDF this desperate?
Oh no, dude, this is like peak crazy, off the wall, grasping at straws. Holy shit, what the fuck, he lost his mind, PDF.
Hey, that shit's like Cool in the Gang. You know what I mean? It's like AC in the gang.
Yeah, I just want to know what color we are, man. I want to see if I got a shirt that matches.
Well, hell, we'll send you a shirt.
Yeah, you know
whatever
what?
color you want. We got all kinds of. Actually, I know what colors we got. We got all of them, bro. Which one do you like? You pick one. Tiffany and What's Truth will make it for you custom.
Well, you're sending freaking Andrew and them damn shirts. I've been like, man, I've been modding for AC for a long ass time. Why don't I get a damn shirt?
All you gotta do is ask.
I did ask 50 times.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you? Well, shit. Now I'll make sure you get one, bro.
Damn, man, I would wear that shit proud. I love the way it looks.
I want it, man. I'm glad you've come out of retirement because this is the game they've been playing for years, since 2015. And it's this shut you down, shut you up, come after you, come after your business, come after your family, do anything and everything to shut you up, silence you, disenfranchise you, and make you want to quit and give up. And I told that sad sack son of a bitch, pissant, dirt dauber, you ain't ever met a motherfucker quite like me. I will give it right back to you. Don't fuck with me, or I'm gonna fuck you 10 times harder. And I'm not a vengeful fucking person, but I have, I don't go around telling people I'm a badass, but I've gotten really fucking good at keeping somebody from hurting me. It's like I told old Rick Crude when he said he wanted to pop AC. He had people in his town wanting to pop him. I told him, I said, look, dude, AC's protected, man. You go around screaming outlaws for life in people's comments and shit. I bet you wouldn't go in the clubhouse and say that shit. Dude, he shut the fuck up. His whole tone changed. He dropped the heel act and he apologized immediately on Hux.
See, it's like Southside Slacker in the chat. He'll tell you what the true Southside. You want to know what real gang life is like.
Hell yeah. What's up, Southside Slacker, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, no, he said blue. Yeah, dude, I mean, today, though, like I said, that's why I started to tell you, normally I wouldn't text AC that early, because I know he's an hour behind me. But when I saw what PDF was saying, like, my closed captioning was just flying with all this bullshit they were saying. And I'm like, holy shit, so I immediately text AC. I'm like, dude, are you seeing this? I've never seen him reaching so desperately. Like, all this shit about the child porn reference and the revenge porn reference and the gang reference and all this shit. I mean, I've always made it clear I don't agree with porn bombing. But it ain't a damn child sex crime.
Hey, Brian, what did I text you back this morning when I replied to you? Oh, he big mad.
AC was laughing his ass off, man. Are you kidding?
Well, see, that's the first thing PDF said. And this is the first time I've ever gone and actually recorded a whole stream. This whole stream was him this morning with Mouse and trying to get shit started. The first thing PDF said was this, boy, I really got him mad last night. I had them all talking. I said, I'm really good. I think I'm the best one at pissing people. No, dude, nobody's pissed off at you. It's like I told you, dude. You're your own fucking worst enemy. Nobody has to do anything because you do it to yourself. You've been doing it to yourself this whole time. Everybody's been saying the same shit for years. And today of all days, he just greenlit himself in the eyes of a lot of fucking people, dude. I had more fucking messages this fucking morning, like right out the gate, dude. They said, all right, yeah, we see it. We've been listening to y'all. We've been listening, sit back listening, but now it's right in our fucking faces. Just sit back and watch now.
Yeah, I was getting texts and emails from people that were actually talking in his chat, just like, nodding and smiling kind of people that are like, is he serious? Does he really think this is going to work? And especially the shit with 303, man, trying to make up, get him to make up charges.
You're gonna lose your fucking shit when you see what 303. I talked to him earlier about that TRO. Go look at that TRO and see if you can see what's wrong with it. And dude, I thought it was hilarious.
This is not the first time he has faked court documents.
Oh, I know. He's that, and everybody knows that. That's why he's in Colorado. But even Miss B, the internet YouTube lawyer, right, knows everything. She's seen it all. She's been there for years enforcing the man's tyranny and taking the money and smiling about it. And now she goes, dude, after what they did to Wolverine Transparency, say what you want about Wolverine. I had a long talk with Wolverine when Porter Farmer, No Justice, Terry Golston, Yeet, Miss B, Keebler, etc., Commander. Like, we could talk about Commander for a long time. You know what I'm saying, Brian?
Yeah.
All right. We haven't even started talking about Commander. But DC Accuracy, when they sent that demand letter to Wolverine, the extortion letter actually, they sent 2 of them. the city said, wait for her to send one more and then we'll press charges. Otherwise, we'll just let the feds do their thing. Because the feds, apparently, in Wolverine's opinion, they knew exactly who these people were, right? And, and he just kind of handed it off, and he feels like there's been an ongoing investigation and still is. Maybe that's why they're, kind of outing themselves now. I don't know. But when you go after innocent children, dude, you're going to bark up the wrong tree one day.
Well, I mean, come on. Look at that shit that went down on Tonics that night with freaking Insane Wayne. And PDF was listening in the whole damn time, laughing about it. And then he tried to come at me the next morning just because I said, PDF, man, your friend is sitting here going after, people's kids. Right. PDF tried to attack me, and at the time, I didn't have these headphones. So I'm like, I'm trying to keep up with him with the chat, and that's why Steph stepped in. And even she tore PDF a new asshole about it.
Well, Insane Wayne, we're say what you want about channel owners. Every channel owner, they either follow the channel owner's code of conduct or they don't. Right? There's no guarantees. But people that go around, like, there are certain situations where with, certain people and certain people's panel, not a good look at minimum. But yeah, Insane Wayne flew up on Tonics and just, boo, guess what I did, y'all? I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. He's got to share it with somebody. And he was bragging about calling Wolverine's house at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, he wasn't just bragging about it.
Your kid goes to school. I know where he goes. I know where your kid goes to school, Wolverine.
No, but he was. Yeah, he wasn't bragging about it. He did it live on Tonics.
No, he did. He called him a couple times. Right. Did it on PDFs, and then Steph and I went over there to Port Earth Farmers, and PDF was like, "Oh, there ain't no minor child living there. Shut the fuck up, y'all fucking da." Anything he could to distract and minimize what Insane Wayne did. Well, they did it on purpose. They sent Insane Wayne over there originally to get Wolverine riled up,
right?
Who is disabled himself. He's a member of a protected group. Miss B wants to play the member of protected group card. Well, guess what? You've got now 2 individuals that are both members of a protected group, and she's saying that, oh, he used the N-word. Well, okay. I don't let people use that language on my panel.
Right.
I mean, if Joe Cool says it, or AC, or other people, I mean, they never used it purposefully to piss people off, right? Some people will try to make a point out of it, but anyway, he sent Insane Wayne over there to get old Wolverine riled up to where he said it, and then Miss B's like, "I got you. Here's a demand letter for $24,999 for using the N-word." And then, did you see Miss B and Becky O get into it?
Only briefly. Honestly, there was so much talking over each other. All I got was word solid.
When Miss B left. No, Becky O dropped the N-word. Miss B lost it. Oh, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Her. She left the panel, right?
I'm in a court case.
Yeah.
And Becky O's like, "Hey, you're not going to tell me what I can and can't say." And they got into it. And it sucked to watch. I mean, look, nobody likes a shit show 24/7. But now you know what the shit show means. It's because we've been dealing with this shit out of people like Poor Dirt Farmer, Beware Mouse, etc., right?
Yeah.
And when we got to talk about it, and we got to point a light on it, we've taken time to put a light on this shit. Where other people just say, "Oh, fuck, the community's dead. I'm leaving. Oh, it's over." Fuck out of here with that shit. You either love this country or you don't. That's all I care about. And even if you don't like the country, you still have a constitutionally protected right to fucking hate the country. That's fine.
Well, but see, that was another thing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry up because I got another appointment. But Miss B was like, I forget who she was trying to put the blame on. I think it was AC, but she was saying, "Oh, you're violating their 4th Amendment rights. You can't do that. That's another felony they could get you on." I'm like, do you not even understand what the Constitution is for and the amendments are for? They protect the citizen from a tyrannical government. AC is not a tyrannical government. He's a private citizen. How the hell did he violate anybody's Fourth Amendment right?
Exactly. Brian, let me ask you a question. These people act like fuck cops, fuck bad cops, except if you notice, if you look at the Eric Brandt, avatar PDFs using, it says fuck cops,
Right.
it says fuck bad cops.
Right.
But they act like and talk like they hate all cops, bootlickers, tyrants, except what are they doing? They're trying to weaponize the law. Look how much they try to talk about the law and using weaponizing law against other American citizens, not the government. You notice none of their attention goes towards the government.
Right.
It goes towards other individuals, other American citizens.
Yeah, I pointed that out 100 times.
Mm-hmm. And it should be pointed out 100 more. You should never give up. You never know how much you could have won. That's exactly what they want us to do. People like this that are extremists, that weaponize chomos, they engage in protective predator behavior, they go after individual citizens, especially innocent children. That's a fight worth fighting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'll never let people like that shut me up, discourage me. I'll say what I want. It's like he says, I say what I want, I do what I want, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You can do something about it because you're doing it to yourself. That's the sad thing is Miss B, G, DC Accuracy, all of them. Dude, when they made fun of Wolverine Transparency that he had died, they made videos of the tombstone. They would get mad at people for being on their panel and pull them aside or rate the fuck out of them, trying to control them. Right?
Yeah. I hate to cut this short, but I got another video appointment in less than 20 minutes, so I gotta get set up.
You better get it, brother.
But I appreciate everybody coming on and chatting and everybody in the chat hanging out. So it was interesting.
What's the best way to get in touch with you, Brian?
Oh,
if somebody wanted to get a blade done, bro.
Hold on, is that you, Big Nick? That really you? Turn your camera on for a second. I saw that name and I gotta at least say hi.
Yeah, man.
I've known Big Nick since day one.
Well, welcome back from retirement, Brian King. It's good to see you back, man. We need you now more than ever.
Yeah, well, after this morning, I just had to.
He wants you shut down so bad because you know where the bodies are buried. Now don't you?
Yeah, well, I ain't going. No, I've been here 15 years. I ain't going nowhere. So.
Hell yeah.
But all right, well.
What you got, AC?
Yeah, what's up, AC?
None. I'm just having lunch, at my work again.
Show us
y'all know where that is. Y'all know that place.
Yeah.
So
leave a good review.
I'm enjoying a meal. My boss cooked for me yesterday, so we got some leftovers. Crawfish, baby, crawfish. Yeah. We want to see this?
Look at that. Hell yeah.
See, AC, part of his contract he has is that he gets a daily portion of crawfish.
Damn, man. That shit look good.
Leftovers, baby. And, I think it's funny, and I'll touch on this briefly. Somebody said earlier that I had invited people to my job. No, I kept my job a secret. I kept it quiet because I know how people were going to be. They were going to try to call here, try to get someone fired. But hey, nice try. But if you want to continue going with that narrative, Miss B, then hey, continue going with the fucking lies. I'm enjoying catching you in your lies. Be careful who you hang out with. Might rub off.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you two go live later about it.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. We got the clips. And today is a day, the 26th, the year of our Lord 2022, day that will live in infamy. And dude, AC. How many messages you get from some heavy hitters today that says, "Holy shit, he just greenlit him's ass"?
Oh man, I can't say how many. Come on.
I mean, I'm tripping, man, because I told him, I said, you're gonna be your own worst enemy. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna watch you kill yourself. Like he said I was gonna be dead soon. I heard PDF cough this morning, and that's a cough you make when you're on your way out. I hate to say it, but I had my best friend had that cough, and it was shortly thereafter. He's a smoker. You know, he didn't exercise. He didn't eat right. That's a same kind of cough I had when I almost died. And you know how many times he wished me back to the Coof Hospital and said some hateful fucking evil shit. That's okay.
All right, guys, I really do got to kill this. So
Thank you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
I hope I'll see you
Peace
guys
out,
later.
everybody.
So,
Yeah, man.
All right, man.